Mark Stein reported right before we got on live here today that the Lakers are planning on keeping Russell Westbrook more than likely because they're not going to want to attach an asset to him in a trade. They don't want to give a draft pick. They don't want to give a player. They feel like Russell Westbrook has his own value already, which, many would disagree with, including myself. Main reasons why is just not only the fact that it's a $47 million contract that they're going to have to pay him this year. He's 34 years old. The Lakers are in a sink or swim situation where they got LeBron James on the way out. Anthony Davis can barely play half the season. Yeah. And then he's stubborn. He's stubborn. He won't change his game, and the type of game he plays, it will not transition well with LeBron.
It's one-man basketball. You can't do that when you have LeBron James on your team.
And even if, you transition to where it wasn't one-man basketball, the type of basketball he's going to play is a lot of transition-based. Like if Russell Westbrook slowed down, he doesn't really create an offense that well, and he can't spot up and shoot. No. I feel like the only real thing Russell Westbrook brings to this team is intensity, passion, and I guess you can kind of say, a winning culture. Because whether the fact that Russell Westbrook wins in the postseason is kind of, irrelevant in that sense. Because you got guys like Chris Paul who can come to a team who can't transition or can't translate his winning percentages to the postseason, but he can win in the regular season. And you know what? That might be all the Lakers need. They might need something to boost them to the postseason so LeBron can kind of be able to watch his load. LeBron's getting old, but I don't think he can be able to play at that high of a level that long. Speaking of someone who's really not able to play at that high of a level, Kyle Lowry's looking real washed. I think there's a big problem with Kyle Lowry. The fact that, he's 36 years old and through 63 games, he's had an average of 13 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. 22% of those games in the regular season went under 10 points. The postseason, he starts to average 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and then 60% of his postseason games were under 10 points. I think that there's not a lot of transitioning of Kyle Lowry on the offensive side. Kyle Lowry seems like he's fizzling out, and Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo need a new star. You know what? I'd be interested to see if the Lakers could maybe work something out with the Heat and maybe see if they'd take a chance on Russ. Kyle Lowry might be, some players just don't play well in certain schemes. I feel like they both have high risk, high reward, but it's almost equal parts. I would kind of consider.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be something to consider. That's cool.
But I'm not too sure on what you do with the Lakers as Russell Westbrook, or with the Russell Westbrook situation. They got a new coach with Doc Rivers, but Doc Rivers is scary hours. Doc Rivers doesn't really do well in the postseason either. The Lakers are taking a lot of shots right now. I mean, look, maybe you can make it work if they all stay healthy, but at the end of the day, I don't even think a healthy Lakers team is beating a healthy Warriors team, a healthy Suns team, a healthy Mavericks team, a healthy Grizzlies team. There's a lot of teams in the NBA now, and then you got a lot more guys ready to come up. The Trailblazers didn't make the playoffs. The Pelicans might draft and be able to do something. You got a lot more teams, the Jazz, the Timberwolves. Dude, the Lakers' window's almost closed. LeBron's window's almost closed. He's definitely not, I'm not saying LeBron is a bum by any means or on the way out, but he's not going to be able to will a team to the finals anymore. The league's way more competitive, and the type of game and the type of style of play that the league is pushing towards is just kind of the opposite of what LA can do at this point. They can't play long. They're not that deep. They can't shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's today's game.
And you see throughout the playoffs, there's a lot of highs and lows. A lot of teams, go down big, quick. Seems like there's just we're in a weird moment in the NBA right now. It's either the type of style you're in or the type of style we're in. It's either you're on or you're off. And when you're off, you're really off.